Okay, left turn, right turn. Perfect. So as you can tell, you're good. So anyways, as you can tell, we are in on the trailer, getting ready, hooked up to the trailer, whatever you want to call it. Getting ready to hit the road again for another car. Luckily, this one's just over an hour away, like an hour and 20 minutes away. That's not gonna be too terrible to get. Have the greatest passenger ever riding with me again today, my wonderful wife. As you know, this one here is a 1985 Dodge Daytona. It is a non-turbo Z car, I believe. Looks like it's just a regular turbo car. Little history on the car from what I know from the owner, from speaking to them on the phone the other day, is that was his wife's car. She has owned it for a long time. She is the second owner of the car. And in 1996, she was driving it. Somebody ran through an intersection. She hit them, causing front damage to the car. And it was parked in a barn in 1996 and left. They drug it out recently for unknown reason and made the determination that it's just too far gone, unfortunately, from sitting, and the damage. The floor pans are supposed to be totally gone, and that obviously the damage to the front end. So basically the entire front clip took damage. So we're gonna go get it and bring it here. Explained to the gentleman before already that you know, in 1986 the car could have been crushed. It could have been hauled to salvage at that time and crushed a long time ago. But fortunately, fate kept the car around. They kept the car around, and I appreciate them doing that. And you know, at least the parts from the car are going to go to save others. So this car, I didn't even find this car. We actually had one of our eBay customers reach out to us and, hey, did you know about this car? Did you see it? And thanks to them, and you know who you are, and I really appreciate the reach out and the heads up on that. And we found the car thanks to them, and we're now on our way to go get it. So it's an hour and 20-minute drive. It's up near Akron, Ohio, in a little town called Alliance. So we are going to go fuel up the Tundra. She's thirsty, and we're going to head out. So we'll try to video when we get there. I believe we'll be able to, because the gentleman knows we do YouTube, and I believe he's one of our new followers. So thank you to that. So let's get on the road. Yep. Down here, you're gonna spot. Yeah, I gotta watch the score.
Jack, a little crooked now, but
yeah, it's fine. It's not in the right spot, but.
nicely done.
What's wrong? Oh, the door?
The door don't open.
Yeah, I know.
They want to catch them.
Back up again, because that makes it really easier.
Why don't you, your enemy down there?
See if this will take in here. So I get my jacket underneath it.
If I recall, momentarily.
Nice.
Coming out just fast as it's going in. Can you help me push as we pull it in? I'm sorry. You can keep your cigarette. I ain't gonna bother me. I smoked for years. We're just gonna kind of talk with it. There we go. Now, get this damn thing out of here. Maybe. It's stuck. Well, shit. Not my jack, stuck underneath it. Oh, it's lovely. You gotta love this old shit.
Every day is a challenge.
Every day.
That's true.
All you can do is keep plugging away. So I got a big one. I just didn't. I didn't want to drag the damn thing all the way out.
Yeah, it's more fun logging that.
Should have though. Would have been easier, wouldn't it?
Don't worry about it.
I know.
There's no screw in there either.
I'm stubborn, just so you know. Ask her. I call
Oh,
myself stubborn and stupid. Get out of there. Come on. Yeah, I need to go that way. It'll come out. It'll come close enough. My winch cooperates. We ran into this once before. And it was a nightmare doing it.
What?
We had the winch diver was once before.
Watch that door, I don't want to catch on.
Oh shit, you're close the problem too.
uh-oh, I just closed the door, sorry.
Front tire's on the
Where?
it's on the fender. Swung too far to the right. We get it to go back forward, it's going to be impossible.
Well, now you gotta.
Well, jack it up and push it through.
Hey, it makes for good video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Like what?
Hmm.
You want the big jack?
This one's too tall. It's part of the problem. I should have brought my other one. Can we get this door open still, do you think?
No.
Oh. You get it? Swing it, turn it all the way to the right. If you can, you might not be able to. Oh, this door opens.
It's on the trailer now. It's off the thing.
It's off the fender. Let's take it all the way. Ready? You know what?
She's on there.
Going home. Problem. Well, you saw us do the video, did the intro video, and then some video of the car being loaded on the trailer. I'm gonna do a walk around on this car. I'm gonna talk more about it. But you may have noticed in the video of loading the car from their trailer to ours, the rear wheels weren't turning. So what I'm out here doing currently is getting it so the wheels turn, and then I'm gonna go ahead and change the front tires. So basically I'm trying to just make it a roller, and I'll go in more detail on the car here in a minute, but for right now, all the tires are junk. This one here is really bad. So I'm gonna make it a roller. Kind of passing storms here because it rained a little bit ago and currently it's dry, but the clouds are kind of questionable, so we may get wet again, but that's okay. We'll throw the tools back in the bag and run to the garage. So anyway, this drum is froze completely, and typically what happens is the shoe will, rust up or stick to the drum. You can try beating on it. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to work. So what you do is you take the hub assembly, the nut, the washer, the dust cap, the cotter pin, take all that out, and then we're going to try to pry this drum off. So we don't care about the shoes as far as if we break something coming off. That's not important, because what we're going to end up doing is taking all the springs and the hardware and hello, mama cat, had to make your presence, huh? Now you got grease on you. So anyways, trying to get, and we're just going to take the springs and the shoes completely out, then we can put the drum bag on and it'll spin freely. So let me do that, and then once I get that completed, all the wheels changed, if the weather holds out, we'll do a finished video on this. There's really not a lot you can accomplish with a hammer and a couple pry bars. So the main thing is you got to get these pins out, but this is the end result. You see the shoes are still attached, and then this is what's inside that drum. All these cups and springs, all of that had broken, and then this is just full of just rust and God knows what else. So now that we got that done, we'll get this parking brake cable undone. I may just cut it, I don't know, we'll see if we can get it to slide out of here, and then we'll take the shoes and get rid of them, and then we can put the drum, dump all this junk out and put the drum bag on the hub, and it's good to go. It won't go anywhere after that. So we'll put the nut bag on, all that, then we can put a tire on it, and this thing's a roller again. So let's get these shoes out of the way, and then we'll carry on. And just like that, we have a rolling wheel. Now we can clean up this mess on the ground, on the trailer. Put this tire on it, because this is a tire off the Red 86. They hold air, they're actually nice tires. So again, it's just to make it a roller. So we'll get the tire back on and move over to the passenger side, and then we'll do the front 2 tires, call it a day, call it good, and we'll do a walk around. So if you ever have one of these, and that's your rear brakes are locked up, and like this one here being a parts car, We don't care about the condition of the drum. The backing plate was already just rotted. This is a quick, easy way to get this so where it's a roller again. It's not hard to do. Took me about 10 minutes. Done. Well, I want to say this. Start this off with this. As you saw in the beginning of this video, we went and got another car. This is an 85 Daytona Turbo. It's not a Turbo Z, it's just a Turbo. And I want to say thank you to the owners. They were very, very friendly and very helpful, helping us get it loaded because the rear brakes were locked up. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. And then thank you for the communication on this car and holding it for us for 2 or 3 days for us to get the time frame to come up and get the car. And thank you for keeping the car. So some story on this car was the lady that was in, she's in some of this video, and I apologize to you in advance, but she had the car for a very long time. So in around 1995-ish, something anywhere in that time frame, she bought the car and she loved this car. She told us all kinds of stories about the car, and it was cool listening to her and to learn some history on this car. And honestly, it's a shame that it's going to become a parts car, but we'll get more into that as we go along. So, and they knew before we even made the deal that this was going to be a parts car, and you know, she was hoping that it would get fixed, but it's just, as you know, it's rough. It's unfortunate, but they knew it was going to be a parts car, and they were okay with that because at least the parts from this car are going to go to save and keep many others on the road. So this one's a cool one. Me personally, I love the color and I love the ground effects, listen to me, the decals. But there's some stuff that's unique on this car that I've never seen before, and I want to know if you've seen it before. And well, I'll show you what I think is different. I've never seen this before. Not saying it's a rare car, you know, makes it rare or whatever. I don't know. Beyond her history, we don't really know much about the car. But prior to that, I do have a large stack of paperwork that came with the car. So this stack is pretty neat. I'll set that out there. So this looks like it would have been the original salesman's business cards that sold the car, and it was sold new at Claiborne Dodge in Kent, Ohio. And then this is a vehicle service contract application for some kind of a warranty auto gold, but it was for the dealer in Kent, Ohio. And then of course you got your regular arbitration board. You got the Master Shield rust prohibitor protection card, just some change of address card, and this one here is telling you how to contact Chrysler if you had issues, whatnot. And then new vehicle lifetime limited warranty booklet. So this is cool. This here would have like all your inspections, so when you would have taken the car in to have it inspected for warranty work, and a couple of them are actually filled out. And well, it looks like just one registration coupon, so that's cool. And all this paperwork is going to stay here. So fuel regulator hose recall letter notification, extended warranty notification for the driver's seat attaching points, and then this is probably the envelope that would have came in, and then warranty information booklet, and it is filled out and it does match this car. This is another piece. Excuse me. Excuse me. I just mowed my grass. So this is the broadcast sheet for this car. And I thought it was really neat that this actually survived. And this could be a good reference point for other cars in the future. So all this paperwork that we get like this doesn't go anywhere. This has the VIN on it, so we know what kind of car it came from, and it will show all the options. And I have a file here that all of this paperwork like that will stay here and it'll be kept. And what happens to it after I'm gone, who knows? But while I'm here, I'm going to keep all this paperwork. So here's application to purchase for temporary plates for 30-day tag, and it was on 7/27 of 1985. So this would have been a late 85. A few more months, they would have been able to get an 86. Warranty repair orders. So this, you can't read it. It's all faded, but it's some kind of repair work order for this car. And then we have, if I can get it turned over, the breeze is bothering me. So this here is another repair order on 6/28 of 85, which is unusual because they didn't sell the car till 7 of 85. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, sorry. 1986. I don't know what that date's for, but this says 1986. 8/29 of 86. So I would have just turned 11. But it says power limited light is on, and then it's leaking oil while it's sitting overnight. And then in passenger door, I don't know, can't read it. I'll look at it closer when we get it back inside. And then there's another warranty repair. Can't read what that says either. But this, it looks like it might be 1991. So according to that, the car was still on the road as of 1991. And according to a lot of the haters on these cars, I'm surprised it made it to 1986, if you listen to them. This is kind of neat. It's the original loan application for this car. And it is, when it was new, they paid 13.95% interest, $4,630.09 in finance charges, and they financed $11,760.80. So that's what this car would have cost. And then there was their monthly payment. 59 payments at the top number, and then 1 payment at the bottom number. And this would have been done June something 26th, 1985. And here's another interesting piece. This is the original sales contract. Retail purchase order from Kent, Ohio. Stock numbers here. The vehicle description, red cloth, Daytona Turbo 2-door. And it was $11,042.68 plus $299 for rust inhibitor. And then brings it down to $11,356.62. Sales tax, filing fees, license fees, total out the door, $11,990.80. And it looks like they may have put $620 down, which brought it down to that number. And this would have been, let's see if it shows a date on here anywhere. I don't see a date. So anyways, just some cool paperwork to come with the car. But the cool thing about this car, let's start with the outside. You can see in the videos that of us loading this car from their trailer to ours that obviously it's hitting the nose. And the story she gave us on that was in around 1996, she was driving the car. She was a waitress and she was on her way to work, and a drunk 16-year-old kid ran through an intersection and it caused this. So obviously the fender, it got the hood and the front nose, and I'm sure the bumper, probably the front bumper mount and all that's damaged. I haven't dug into it, but we're going to assume all that's bad. She said she drove the car for 2 or 3 days afterwards, and then she finally ended up parking it in her grandmother's chicken coop, where that is where it had sat until roughly August of 2024, when they brought it out of the chicken coop, tried to sell it. Nobody was buying it. And then I actually had one of our eBay customers and one of our YouTube followers, they messaged me on this car, and this car was on eBay and it was on Craigslist, which I rarely ever check Craigslist. Maybe I should check it more often. But anyways, they led us onto this car, and well, here we are today. So the thing that I find interesting on this car is it's a turbo car and it's a 5-speed, but it has this sticker on the window trim around the windows. So first one I saw was this, the driver's side. So I thought, well, maybe this door's been changed, or you know, maybe this trim's been changed, because it just screws in and pops in. But this is what gets me, and this is what I've never seen before. It also has it on the driver or the passenger side. My understanding has always been, if it's a turbo car, it says turbo. But maybe because it's not a Turbo Z, because normally they say Turbo Z, because it's not a Turbo Z, it's just a turbo, maybe that's why that's there. If you know the answer to that, or if you know more about this, let me know in the comments, because I'm definitely interested in learning more about this car, or about this sticker and all that. So this fender's got a fairly decent knot here. I'm gonna have my body man look at it, but I'm gonna guess that it's probably beyond repair, feasible repair. The driver's fender, obviously the damage, but then it is rotten. It's not even attached at the bottom. It's just completely rusted. The driver's door does not open from the outside, so the handle's broke, but it's got rust here, rust up in here, across the whole bottom, and the rockers are gone. The floors, I don't know if you can see them, but they're completely gone. And then there's some rust in this rear quarter panel. And then the bumper, actually, that's from me pushing on it while we was trying to get it loaded. It is completely rusted. All the bolts are rusted away. One of the other pieces that I found interesting that's rusted on this is the fuel tank. It's going to be difficult to see, but the fuel tank, the strap's completely rotted away, and the head tank is literally just hanging by the filler neck. It's the only thing holding the tank in. And I really wish I could get in there and show you. Well, you're not going to be able to see it, but at the top of the tank, there's a rust hole probably yay long, that wide, ½ inch wide, completely rotted. But then also where the sending unit and the pump go in, the housings on them are rotted. They've got holes in them. I've never seen one rust like that before. So obviously the rear bumper's rotted, and even the rear frame rail here is crunchy. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's gone. So the rear bumper mounts are gone. It just killed it sitting in this barn. They did say it had a concrete floor, but it did hold. It was a damp barn, like it wasn't insulated or any of that stuff. So it was a chicken coop that they had put concrete on the floor, and and this is where the car sat. The paint on the roof completely gone. What I'm wondering is if maybe it had a leak in the roof and it leaked right there. But it is a turbo car. The oil looks clean. We're going to attempt to get it running. There's not a lot of signs of mice in this car. The insulating pad has been chewed on, and he did say inside the airbox is some droppings. So I mean, there was mice in here at one point in time. I mean, that's hard to find, a car that sat that long that hasn't had mice in it at one point in time. So we're going to try to get it running, see if we can at least get a savable engine. Passenger side, paint's bubbling here and here, and then this rocker is completely gone almost all the way down, and then it is gone right in here as well. It's just flaking off. Taillight on the passenger side is busted. The driver's side is good. We'll pull those. The emblems are there. We'll pull those. And then this is the best part of the car. It's got red interior, red cloth. The door panels look really nice. But this is the best part in my opinion. Look at that driver's seat. That driver's seat has 0 tears and almost 0 wear marks. It is a full power seat with lumbar. Like I said, it's a 5-speed. The console has some pennies. power windows, power seat, rear defrost, and even the passenger seat is very, very nice. It's not dry, none of that. It does have the cassette, regular climate control, boost gauge, chronometer, and regular dash. And I noticed that the tachometer needle has completely fell out and left the chat. It's here, but the steering column is tight. It's got a leather steering wheel. We'll have to pull this steering wheel cover off, check its condition. And then, yeah, there was some ice in here at one point in time. I don't know what this is, some kind of I don't even know, something for stereo or something. But yeah, there's definitely been some ice in here at some point in time. But nothing destroyed the interior. I mean, there's some trash back here and whatnot, but even, let's get that off the seat. Looks like it's part of a wheel cylinder or something, but even the back seats are really nice. So somebody somewhere is going to be looking for a red interior, and I'm in hopes that we find that somebody and we can get this red interior into a car that needs seats. Come with some Pontiac hubcaps. I don't know what you do with them, but they're here. But the roof, like I said, see, it's scaled pretty heavy, and I don't know if this car's been painted before or not. It's really difficult to tell. But anyway, we got it rolling. Now we got to get it off the trailer. We got to finish the Horizon, get this in the garage in order to get it done and out of here. So my plan, if you remember the silver 85 that we drug out of a barn a couple years ago, I kept one of the doors, and the reason I kept the door was because of the decal, the turbo decal. I just think that is so cool. So my plan is that I only kept one of those doors. Probably should have kept both, but I only kept one. So the plan is I'm going to keep both of these doors. And if we ever get a shop and we ever have a building or whatever, and we want to do a sign advertising the business name, it's going to be put on these doors so that we can use the doors as a sign for the business. That's the plan. That's why I'm going to keep those doors. Unfortunately, Daytona doors, they just don't sell. But we're going to put two of them to use. We're going to put them to good use, I think so. That is the plan. So, with that said, I got to go in the house, get cleaned up. We got to go to the store, blah, blah, blah. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so we probably won't be touching the car this weekend. We do have another one in the works to go get. It's close to home. I think it's like 20 minutes away, give or take. But I'll do a video on that one when we get closer to it. So for now, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Like, follow, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if on this particular car, if there's a how-to video that you want to see done. If you need parts off of this car, send me a message. You can email us at forgottendailiesllc@gmail.com. I'll put that link in the description. And we'll also do the eBay link in the description for our eBay store. We're slowly trying to wean away from eBay. Long story there. eBay hasn't done anything wrong with us, but it's expensive. And we're trying to build the name, trying to get more people to know about us so that we can eventually leave eBay and have our own website. But we'll get more into that if we get that far. So I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.